let you do like a little light preview of what you look like before you go live. So here's another Chocolove. I'm backed up. Almond, sea salt, and dark chocolate. There's the gold seal. I don't know what kind of shape that's in, but it's still gold. It's still a seal. So this one's by Eliza Actin. I Love Thee. It's from I Love Thee, Part 1. And this is a cold reading. So sometimes as I'm reading, I don't understand what I'm reading, so then it doesn't make sense. Unless I go slowly enough, and it makes sense for you who's listening. So here we go. I love thee as I love the calm of sweet, star-lighted hours. I love thee as I love the balm of early jes'mine flowers. I love thee as I love the last rich smile of fading day, which lingereth like the look we cast on rapture passed away. I love thee as I love the tone of sonic, soft-breathing flute, whose soul is waked for me alone, when all beside is mute. I love thee as I love the first young violet of the spring, or the pale lily, April-nurs'd to scented blossoming. Wow, I just was looking at violas today, which are not the instrument, the flower, which are different than pansies, but look like them, and which are different than violets, but look like them. I think the violas look more like pansies, but tiny, and they have like these little stripes in them. And I'm also, because it's springtime, smelling more flowers. The roses are smelling amazing already. They're fully bloomed, a lot of them. You know, the rose bush is very interesting. It blooms all the way until like December, intermittently. I mean, it has like this big, huge, enormous blooming where all the buds are seemingly open, but then more keep coming. So that's, right now we're at the beginning. How would I describe that? It's like it makes a crescendo and then a diminuendo. Yeah, there's like a rising action to the bloomage, and then there's the peak bloom, and then there's the falling action, but it takes many months of rising, and then the peak happens all at once, and then there's the diminuendo, which is really cool. So she knew about the pale lily, April-nurs'd to scented blossoming. Yeah, so in April, yeah, in May, I think the lilies bloom late April, early May. And yeah, so April-nurs'd means that it was preparing to bloom to its full scent. That's really cool. You know, people that wrote poetry back then were really immersed in nature daily. They'd go out and make analogies with nature all the time, and that's how great music and poetry is made. There's always some sort of analogy made with nature, because it's, I'm going to give it because human beings all have access to nature, and we all know, once we know what a lily is, it's a lily, and we can identify it. For example, we know what a tree is, so we could all really, when the word tree is said, we know exactly what they're talking about. That got off a little off track, but the idea is that what makes the great poet poem is always, I mean, she talks about the jes'mine flowers. I don't know if they didn't write this correctly or if she put an apostrophe. She actually put Jes space M-I-N-E. I don't know if it's just in this writing here, but instead of jasmine, it says jes'mine up there or something. Okay, this has been Chocolove number, I don't know. I have to go back and see and then mark it. Thanks for watching, and